Hey everyone, this is the tutorial on a game we did called Say What. Now, we might not ever do this game ever again, but I want to show you what we did and how this looks in a project. So if you've already seen the basics video on how to do some of the color grading and editing of some of the footage, you're going to be in a really solid spot to take up some of this stuff. Um, the important things that we're adding into this that we might not have ever covered are some of the text boxes. So up here in the left, we have some other ones that we have in here. So what we added in was the 360 Tumble 3D. So that's this one right here. That's all that it is, and all that we did was we just dragged it and put it right down there. And again, put everything in that Edo font, which we're trying to stick with. So one thing that we are probably going to change from now on, instead of having this little say what over top of everybody, it'll be a short little clip with like an intro of exactly what the game is and what it's called. So for this game, this is very presenter heavy. As you can see, we've got a really long shot here. This one lasts about 4 minutes without any cuts. Now, in the future, we'd like to have a few spots that we zoom in on somebody's face, kind of do a close-up on Sean's reaction if he got a word wrong, or close-up of whenever I'm saying, like, whatever the answer is. It'd be nice to have some of those close-ups in the future. At the time, we didn't really have the resources or time to be able to pull it off. But let's kind of walk through this and see exactly what we have. So first off, you can see there's music, the same song underneath it the whole time, Fun, Quirky, Retro. It's on a loop, so it'll stay throughout the whole thing. We have this background. You can see, though, normally it looks different down here than it is up there. Whenever we first got this in Envato, what we realized is like, okay, this looks like it could be something really cool if we change the color. And as you can see, we've got all of these over here that are just moved all over the place. Again, so I'm going to just try for a second to put all of these back in some type of a normal order so you can see even just kind of what this used to look like. That's like what it was originally. And that's not nearly as fun, but whenever we download it, we're like, hey, all we have to do is just move some of these in different spots, and then we have something that's really cool, really sparkly behind it, really awesome. So that's kind of the first thing. So it's even whenever you're looking for a background, don't necessarily get too caught up with exactly how bright the colors are or anything like that, or what the look is. If you think you can change the color, then go for it and try it. We obviously, for the colors here, Kate is in pink, Sean is in blue. The pink color here had to be very bright. Think, as you can see here, even this color, like typically if we just did like normal pink and like brought it down, which I think it normally throws it in gray, but even whenever we're doing it, if we go too close to the purple, then it could get really easily like lost in the background there. See how even that dark color, like you can, the K is starting to get less visible. So we wanted to make sure that even Sean's blue is a little bit more of a brighter blue. You can see where we put him over there. And then even whenever we were adding in the sound effects of what the names were, the red is also very vibrant, very just pops out a little bit more so that we weren't have to deal with that. The tricky part with this game was that we had sound effects going, and I didn't keep track of what the sound effects were. The more tricky part was the audio files that exist in Envato right now. If you saw that tutorial video, it keeps showing up with that audio jungle thing or whatever, that little like sound bite over top of another sound bite. So whenever we were doing the game, because I didn't download it and was like playing the songs right off my laptop, I'm trying to like actually match it in here to play the same ones, which I think happened right about here, where I don't even know if I got the correct sound bite of what it was. I think it was like something with a horse, and I got close to it. None of the kids will ever know, but that's just kind of something we had to work with. The games in itself, typically ones like this that have a host with some other people, you don't have to do a ton of editing. As you can see with this one being 4 minutes, we wanted this to be more interactive and have more of like a raw feel of if you were actually there. And from some of the responses we've heard back from parents, the commentary that we're giving and the way that we're describing things and responding to things, kids think it's pretty funny. So we like to kind of keep that raw feel with it. There's nothing else like super major with this. It's more so just making sure that things come in at the right time, and when they do come in, trying to bring as many things in with a sound bite as possible. Um, so that's kind of the majority of things for Say What. So again, we probably won't ever do this game again, but hopefully, if you're doing a game similar to this, this gives you some ideas, some parameters to think through whenever you're doing it.